With digital taking the lead in the industry, it's easy to start wondering if other traditional forms of advertising still make an impact. We think billboards and other outdoor advertising forms are still highly effective. Advertisers are challenging themselves each and every day to stand out, and by utilizing billboards in a creative manner, not only do you get your message across to the masses, you're able to show clever creativity and become memorable. We've compiled a list of the most eye-catching billboards out there. They are witty, they are gigantic, and they get their message across in a creative way. Let's get into our list of the best billboard ads of all time. Even this billboard had to get a pair of Levi's 501. This LA billboard really had heads turning with its creative use of printed vinyl that is stretched around a metal framework, magically replicating the texture and look of a real pair of 501s. This professional campaign titled Building was published in India in June 2008. It was created for the brand Anando by the ad agency McCann. Considering every child lives in the world of fantasy, the idea was to exaggerate the benefits of milk into almost giving the child superhuman powers, creatively demonstrating the power of the Miele S8 Monster Suction Vacuum Cleaner. This brilliant billboard design was placed over a well-known tunnel, giving the illusion that all the cars that go into the tunnel are getting sucked into the power of the vacuum. What would you do if you spotted dinosaurs along the highway? Would you run for your life? Probably. But if the dinosaur looked like this, it would pique our interest, and we might just end up making a beeline for the museum's ticket counter. Burger Paints, developers of natural finish colors. The billboard shows a painter up on the wall as he paints the canvas of the billboard with the natural sky blue color. The color blends in with the natural light of the sky and into the billboard, depicting just how natural the colors are. They blend into the very nature. Has over 90 years of quality and innovation in tools used for building and DIY. The billboard ad has the outer structure of a strong arm holding fast a spanner, and the text depicts that the trust is in your hands. This billboard is intended to show off Tyrolet's Iceline knife range's unique selling point. Initially, passers-by were faced with a mysterious sheet of metal, with just the brand's logo on it. After a few weeks, the surface became covered with rust, leaving only the shape of a knife untouched by the rust, and the tagline, "Flawless, forever," drove home the message. The billboard, which is on the side of a building, shows that the corners of the canvas are held up with the tape adhesive, and a roll of the tape is smack in the middle, sending the message of just how strong the tape is. The billboard depicts a guy sitting in the back seat without a safety belt. However, attached to the back seat is a slingshot ready to launch the guy at any moment, sending a message that one shouldn't sit at the back with no seatbelt thinking that it is safer, because it isn't, so rather belt up. A smart idea to create a bench. IBM shows up as being a leader in innovation, not just in the computer sphere but also in advertising. The billboard doubles up, not only as a marketing strategy but also as a park bench, where the commuters can sit as they wait for the bus. Subtle, not so intrusive, but delivers the message needed. This billboard spans over the whole highway and depicts a goalkeeper dressed in his Adidas-sponsored outfit, diving across the road as he saves the ball from going through the posts. Extremely eye-catching and highly original, this billboard shows how you can push the boundaries of traditional advertising. The Colorado Crisis Services made use of jumbled-up topography to drive the point home that help is just a phone call away when life stops making sense. The billboard shows a man with a pot belly, standing on the far end of the billboard, causing it to tip to the side, showing just how weighty he is, suggesting that he is in need of Silberman's Fitness Center to help him shed some of the weight. This ad by Tylenol perfectly captures what having a headache feels like. It feels like having a wrecking ball banging on your head. No one will forget this ad anytime soon, and every time you have a headache, all you'll be able to think of is Tylenol. Do you struggle with pimples? Use Pond's to clear them away. The billboard shows a person's face hidden by the corner of the canvas of the ad. A very clever play on combining imagery and text. Of course, customer service is still very important, because if customers don't have a positive experience with your company, they're likely to shop somewhere else. This ad is both funny and clever because more people would prefer excellent customer service to excellent marketing. We're not surprised Hot Wheels did this, though, because they're known for their toy cars, track sets, and other toys primarily for children. This has got to be one of our favorites because this is something you don't see often. The facial scrub and pore cleaner billboard ad portrays a giant pore, and in the middle of the pore stands a man, who is literally cleaning out the pore and taking out the dirt that is in it, which may be the cause of blackheads. First of all, we'd just like to mention that this building looks like a computer tower or a PC case. Secondly, this Stranger Things ad is very clever, with half of the bicycle in 3D and the other half in 2D. This ad by Faber-Castell is outstanding, and we are saying that not just because we rarely see ads by the company. For a moment, we almost thought that the little girl was indeed drawing the sky. We're sure that little children who don't know better would think, what sort of sorcery is this that allows that girl to draw the sky? Mr. Kipling is a brand of cakes, pies, and other well-known pastries. The billboard ad shows a collage made of cakes and other baked goodies, relaying the message that life is better with a little bit of cake, and not just any cake, but a cake from Mr. Kipling. This billboard ad shows just how convenient McDonald's is. Even at the odd hour of 2:04, McDonald's will be open 24 hours for your convenience. Ferdinand might not be as unforgettable as other movies that have come out of 20th Century Fox, but it had one of the best advertisements to be seen on the road. The picture above is proof of that. We just wish we could be as creative as the people behind it. Making use of rocket ships, race cars, and a superhero squadron, KFC uses this metaphor to communicate just how fiery hot their hot and spicy chicken is, and the graphics superimpose the chicken, making it the hero of the image. The billboard gets its point across right away. Nobody would want to look like this man with his nose hair out of control and out of whack. It's gross, but it further underscores the importance of getting a reliable nose hair trimmer immediately. Sun Chips is a brand of snacks that is committed to supporting green energy, and its parent company uses solar energy to help make the chips. This billboard displayed at Toronto's Juniper Park is an excellent way to communicate such commitment. Coke has always had this lifelong adage of sharing life's moments over a Coca-Cola. In this ad, the drink is drawn on the side of the building and there are straws emanating from the bottle directed toward different windows. The neighbors can then share from the same Coke bottle and thus share in Coca-Cola moments. Sometimes you just have to highlight the most important words so that the message is clear. Chipotle wanted to effectively write about their locally sourced natural ingredients, but this massive billboard with the right copy highlighted did that job for them. Like Dracula, this billboard doesn't make sense during the daytime. As soon as night sets in, it will grab your attention. If you're driving or walking along the road, you just might stop for a few minutes to stare at it in awe. We especially love the emergency vampire box below it. No, the company does not sell popsicles. They sell cooling products and services. When you first look at the billboard, you already have an idea of what the product and service are all about, and that's one of the most important things advertisers can do. Your furniture and home accessory stores are here to help you set up the jigsaw puzzle that is made up when you buy various goods from the store. You need not worry, IKEA has your back and will sort it out for you. This billboard effectively conveys the idea that Honda wanted people to have when they looked at their fit line. This is a very smart ad, and it's not too obvious. This is also something that you don't see other chains doing with their outdoor advertising. If you want to be ahead of the competition, you want to be an innovator, and that's what McDonald's strives to be. Without 3M tape, this billboard would have fallen and crashed into the ground. Thanks to the strength and durability of 3M tapes, it managed to remain standing regardless of the weather. That's exactly what 3M wants people to think and feel when they see the billboard. This is a pretty simple yet creative billboard. The advertisers who came up with this design likely decided to play around with the idea of thinking outside the box, though they decided to take this phrase to a whole new level. Nobody likes to pack and unpack. You can ask anyone, and they will all answer in the negative. This is an excellent way to help people picture the difficulty. The oversized boxes on the billboard were fabricated from solid materials and covered with weather-resistant artwork that made them look like actual boxes. Animal Planet was advocating all sorts of animals, even those most people are afraid of, and what a brilliant idea to use a snake. Lots of people are afraid of snakes, so this is definitely eye-catching. Atomic Props deserve props for this. They were worth every penny. This innovative design features a woman's hairdo, cut in the billboard, and makes use of negative space to capture the variations of Colston Naturals colors through the different phases of the day and night. That's exactly what this billboard by Colgate wishes to emphasize, and may we just commend the people behind this because they did a splendid job. Using the Colgate tube as a light to emphasize just how white your teeth can get when you use their product is genius. To demonstrate its toughness, they had a telegraph pole crash through the billboard. To show how tough the car is, the advertiser showed that it could even hold a pole. Funnily enough, a lady called to let the company know that one of the billboards had been severely damaged by a pole. These eco-friendly outdoor billboards are for the Toyota Prius. They were made in the hopes of reminding people that just like the car itself, Toyota is committed to making their ads environment-friendly too. This ad in Malaysia promotes the new Mini, and it's meant to tell people how safe the new Mini is. It also reminds them to make sure that their seat belts are on at the same time. Many people would like to think that the latter is also true. Dabur's capsicum sauce is basically the Indian version of Tabasco. The company is popular for its red pepper sauce, which gives flavor to a variety of meals. Consider this billboard a warning if you have a low tolerance for spicy food. In this day, where everyone is busy, we all want updates in real time. We want real-time news and real-time weather reports, and it doesn't get more real-time than this billboard. They must have also saved quite a bit of money on this, as they only used a billboard frame. Coke may be a big name when it comes to beverages, but the company doesn't think that it is above recycling. In fact, Coke promotes recycling, and this billboard is proof of that. Hitting two birds with one stone. The ad not only advertises the brand but also points people to the nearest recycling bin. This billboard for Bojangles effectively communicates how their biscuit is made from scratch and is made every 20 minutes. You can't get any fresher than that, can you? This also reminds people how Bojangles is Charlotte's most famous spot and magically gets done there. Kit Kat's slogan has always been, "Have a break, have a Kit Kat," and this billboard hit the right spot. While you might think that this billboard is simply not finished yet, you got tricked by the advertiser. Everything you see in the picture is a marketing ploy, from the unfinished billboard to the abandoned ladder. Mammoth Mountain is a ski resort out in California. Made from a lava dome, it offers great ski slopes, and this is depicted by the billboard ad that shows a skier with some considerable hang time while skiing on the slopes of the Mammoth Mountain. Let them eat cake, a really big cake. A key ingredient for any baker in the kitchen. Royal baking powder makes sure your baking comes out better and bigger than expected. Wrapped over two huge walls of a building that has a cross-section in it, making it look like a sliced-out cake. This billboard instantly attracted attention that turned the building into a landmark. Waste not, want not, or so they say. This billboard lives by that and goes straight to the point. This was a billboard by the Denver Water Company, and we guess they wanted to remind people not to waste water. How strong teeth do you have? Definitely not stronger than this. The perfect example of an impactful ad. When Star Wars opened in Disneyland, they cooked up something to pique people's interest, even though they clearly didn't need it. What the creative minds came up with is something spectacular. Who can resist this? We all know Lego. They need no introduction. The first time we looked at this photo, we wondered if there was a billboard somewhere in there because all we could see were clouds in the sky. That's how great of a job the ad agency did with this advertisement for Lego. Cheap enough to say, Phuket I'll go is what the ad says, but if you pronounce the PH as an F, then it gives it a totally different meaning. The expletive goes to show that you wouldn't mind the pricing of the airline ticket at all. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and support us by subscribing our channel.